On the next slide in the PowerPoint file, there is a basic plotting 2 Excel file. This will allow us to continue where we left off in the previous slide. Let's open this file. One of the things that we will see in this file is that where you right-click determines if you want to create a new plot or modify an existing plot. Let's modify the existing plot by adding another series. To do this, right-click on the plot cell and then select Data Parameters Y and X. We see the existing series show up, and now we want to add a new series from the Data 2 sheet, Y par versus time. Click OK, right-click, and select Plot. We have two series in the plot. Let's go back to the EZPlot sheet, and under the plot cell, let's right-click and select Chart Specs. Now let's add some title lines, so click in the title box, and let's write Test Audit 1. Then hit Control Enter to write the next line, and let's write Day 2. Now let's click in the Y title box and write Y parameter on Y axis. Then let's click in the X title box and write Time on X axis. Now let's change the X axis. Click in the X min box and type in 5500. Then for the number of divisions on the major axis, let's type in 8. And for minor divisions, let's type in 5. For X max, let's type in 5000. Then hit OK. We get a warning that the X min must be less than the X max, so let's change X max to be 7500. Then click OK, and everything gets written back to the EZPlot sheet. Now let's right-click and select Plot to see the changes. Now let's go back to the EZPlot sheet. Right-click and select Chart Specs. Let's change the major increment on the x-axis to be 200 and the minor increment to be 50. Notice that these boxes changed to white, indicating that we are using increments now instead of divisions. You can only use one or the other since increments and divisions specify the same thing for the axis. Notice what happens when we click OK. The command gets written back, but the divisions are commented out since we are using increments instead. Whenever EZPlot does not recognize a command, the command will not have a background color, so you will know if it is being used. Now we can close this file.